Together through it all, we rise, we fall. Together through it. They try to label us and lock us in. Diminishing our connection over different skin. But I came in weak from beginning to end. Forced assimilation, we're trying to blend. But in a capitalist society, it's more enemies than friends. Spiritually impoverished, how do people gon' win? Over the field, in the pulpit, putting out sin. Sleep getting hurted like cheap wobble.
Oh, what is going on, girl?
The game ain't over. Third eye open. Standing here sober on the floor. Leave me for ready to know for. I got bars, but I ain't over. Night down, I'm chilling on the sofa. Letting life pass me by. I put myself out there, co-create a life. Growing the tribe. Ready to be free of the high. The ones that don't value our lives. Even when we submit to the lies. If we're wrong, real democracy. We gotta cut the ties. Cut the ties. If we're wrong, real democracy. We gotta cut the ties. Before this is hosted by.
But y'all know which side is this? Is it this side? Oh, okay, good.
They try to label us and lock us in. Diminishing our connection over differences again. But we rise, we fall. Together through it all. We rise, we fall. Together through it. Join me in the circle. Together in the circle. Walk with me in this circle. Circle of life. Circle of life. Infinitely in this circle. Heal with me in this circle. Let's just be in this circle. Circle of life. Circle of life. Love me in this circle. Praises me in this circle. We are free in this circle. Circle of life. Circle of life.
Okay, so we is getting ready to get into the tea. I just need to share this to a couple of places. We are getting ready to get into some tea today. We're about to discuss this tea. Because I want to what the hell? Okay, so as you're coming in, make sure you click that thumbs up button to help support the channel. It's definitely free to do that. It doesn't cost anything to do that. I don't know if I should do the call-in number because y'all don't ever call. I mean, I don't know how I'm feeling about this call-in number. I don't know if that's going to actually be a thing on this platform. I don't know if it should be. I don't know. Um, Okay, so I want to share this video because this is what inspired what I wanted to talk about.
Such deep issue with this Christian nationalist movement saying that America ought to be a Christian nation. Who's Christianity? Do we want the Christianity of the colonizers who used Christianity to justify the eradication of indigenous people? Do we want the Christianity of misogynists who even now in Project 25 are trying to roll back the 19th Amendment and remove women from the right to vote? Or maybe you want the slave trader Christianity that used Christianity to justify the enslavement and the killing of millions of Africans and declared slaves obey your master. Or maybe you like the Christianity of Bull Connor, a deacon in his church in Alabama, taught Sunday school on Sunday, but on Monday released police dogs on peaceful protesters who are fighting for their right to vote. Or maybe you want the Christianity of Westboro Baptist Church that says God hates queer folk. Or maybe you want the Christianity of the Southern Baptist Convention, which says that Black Lives Matter is a heresy. Or maybe you want the Christianity of the National Baptist Convention that still won't allow women to stand and preach. What Christianity do you want to reign over this land?
Okay, so y'all don't get, I want to say first of all, y'all don't get used to the straight hair because I'm already working on me a new piece now. And she's kinky down. She's a kinky piece down. I'm gonna call her mama. I wanted to wear her today. Ooh, I wanted to wear that girl today, but she ain't finished yet. I started to try to ease her through on y'all. I wanted to wear that girl today. The girl, she's bald in the back, girl. She's bald in the back, girl. She don't. Yeah, girl. I can't wait to slide this girl on my head, girl. I'm ready to slide this girl on my head. So don't get used to the straight hair. Don't get used to the straight hair, cause I can't wait to put this girl on my head. I can't wait. I gotta feel this girl at the day. I'm going to get some more pieces and feel her back there so she won't be all naked in the back. I'm calling that girl mama. That's gonna be the mama. That's gonna be mama. That's gonna be the mama piece. I can't wait to what? Can't wait to slide that girl up on my head. So don't get used to the straight hair. Straight hair is right for now. For now. But I I really honestly have been just soaking all of the information in. Hey, 100% pure love. I really just been soaking all of the information in over the weekend. I didn't cut up no more after Friday, you know. I didn't smoke Saturday, I didn't smoke Sunday, I didn't drink Saturday, I didn't drink Sunday. I was very tempted, but I didn't. But I was on live all day Saturday arguing. Like I was on live, I was on a TikTok live or arguing with this guy on my sister Natasha platform. Child, we was live on TikTok probably like 8 hours. Like we had did a full shift. And I was on TikTok arguing all that day. And so I just kind of like took Sunday as a Sabbath. I just literally just kind of like rested that day. So that's why I didn't go live yesterday. And then I realized yesterday was the Super Bowl. So I didn't know if people was watching it. So I was like, you know what? I didn't even know yesterday was the Super Bowl because that's how much I be, you know, focused on this reality. I be here and don't be here. So I like literally found out that the Super Bowl was going on yesterday. And so I was like, well, I'm not gonna go live because I know people is probably like really, really tuned in to the Super Bowl. And so I just took yesterday to just kind of like relax. But I was, downloading information. I was um, watching things that make me laugh, because that's how I like to escape. I like a lot of content that makes me laugh, but I do feel like I'm about to get more into reading again. There's a couple of books that I feel like are appropriate to read during these times. So I think that I'm about to start disconnecting from like watching content on television and watching content on my phone and get back into reading, and kind of like go into that cocoon and just really, really get back into reading because I feel like um, the advantage of reading makes me sleepy, but the advantage of reading is you get a chance to um, sit with the information that's being presented to you without interruptions. There's not like commercials. You're not tempted to scroll, and or you're not getting messages coming in from somebody else because somebody else is messaging you, or somebody else is trying to call you, or somebody else just inboxed you something. It is a chance to process information and just sit with that information and kind of focus on that information. So I think it's I'm receiving a tap on the shoulder, and I'm being told that it's time for me to kind of like move away from being so active on the internet, which does not mean that my YouTube channel is going to get less from me. But what it means is that when I am talking on my YouTube channel, the topics are going to be more centered. They're going to be more focused because the topics will more than likely be about what I'm reading. They will definitely be reflections about what I'm reading. And so that will help me to become more concise and clear with the information that I'm disseminating on my platform, the information that I'm sharing, the topics that we're having. Um, I'm not saying that that's going to happen tomorrow, but I do feel like as spring approaches, that's where I'm leaning mentally to kind of like going in my cocoon, reading, delegating sometimes throughout the month so that I can be abreast of what's going on virtually, but spending more time in the month reading. And so having knowledge of what's going on, interacting with enough content, engaging with enough content to where I could be abreast of what's going on, but also reading and kind of like giving my opinion or my theory or my perspective based on um, what the insight that I'm gaining from the materials that I'm reading. Um, so back to why I made the video. So I made the video. I'm making this video today because the pastor that I shared earlier, he was talking about his concerns with Christianity being the signature religion, like being the religion that everyone else is practicing, like making Christianity kind of like the mandate religion for America. Now, you know what this is giving. This is giving definitely back in the day how, if you practice a different religion, you were burned at the stake, you were a heretic. Like, this is literally opening the doors for all of that. I don't think that, hey, Anandia, I don't think that, I don't think that Christianity has the capacity to be the overarching religion because they've taken it and they've distorted it. So this is a comment. So I got this post from my sister, y'all call her Tanisha, but I call her Claudette. So under the post I wrote, Christianity is flawed at the root because people don't follow Jesus's example. They instead worship him in a way that drives capitalism, which is in direct opposition to what Jesus, which is in direct opposition to, wait, hold on. I need to add to that, which is in direct opposition to what Jesus stood for. After Jesus died, the Pharisees infiltrated Christianity. So no type of Christianity today is fit to be our Lord. I'm glad I went back and looked at this. Our national religion. I respect this pastor, but this sermon came kind of late. They scared now and been helping to manifest this, but better late than never, I guess. So let me read it over since I edited it. Christianity is flawed at the root because people don't follow Jesus' example. Instead, they worship him in a way that drives capitalism, which is in direct opposition to what Jesus stood for. That's the end of the sentence. After Jesus died, the Pharisees infiltrated Christianity. So no type of Christianity today is fit to be our national religion. I respect this pastor for saying this, but this sermon is kind of late. They scared now and been helping to manifest this, but better late than never, I guess. So pretty much even the pastors in the church, they're afraid. If y'all when you go back and watch the video from the beginning, even the pastors now, I shared it sped up to my story, but now it makes even more sense why the last time I went to church in Atlanta, because y'all remember I did a video on here, and this was the last time I went to church in Atlanta. And I ended up hearing Dennis Meredith preach, who is a well-renowned preacher here in Atlanta, Georgia, and who has a legacy of being inclusive. He didn't start off inclusive, but he became more inclusive as he began to openly struggle with his sexuality, his identity. His sermons started to become about that. They started to reflect that. And so hearing him evolve as a speaker in his teaching and how he disseminates information, his last sermon was really, 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 it was so different because he actually his preaching style was to the tone of the preacher that was talking at the beginning of the video. And he was talking about how in the church they demonized playing the drums, when playing the drums is a central part of our culture as deeply melanated beings possessing negritude. It's a part of our heritage, it's a part of our culture, it's a part of who we are. But the church originally was demonizing playing drums in the church. They also had a problem with women wearing pants in the church, which was also another way that patriarchy and misogyny was trying to control and police women's bodies. And so when he preached that sermon, and he really, really, really kind of stayed clear of giving you this message that's kind of saturated with won't he do it, and ain't he all right, and bless him, and he'll work it out. Like, he really kind of stayed clear of that, and he focused on love, and he focused on understanding, and he focused on compassion. Like, he really didn't rest upon the rhetoric, because you can go to churches and they'll get you going. All they got to do is say, won't he do it? All they got to do is say, ain't he all right? And y'all, pretty much, that's the sermon. Like, the pastor, I've went to a gay church, and the pastor literally just said the name of Jesus, just sung it for about 3 minutes. Like, literally, he was G G G, and the church just went. Okay. And And when they be doing that, I just be sitting there cringing because I'm like, and everybody just screaming and running around. It is so performative. Like, where's the message? Where's the enlightenment? Where's the awareness? where where is the awareness? Where's the enlightenment? Like, we have become so performative in the black church that you could literally just walk in a black church. Well, you can just walk in a black church and it's literally just a performance. It's literally just he's all right. Whoa, it's something about his name. He, how, he, how, he, how, he, ain't he all right today? Did he wake you up this morning? Is he standing on you? Is he got his foot on your neck? Excuse me. Bitch. I mean, decided to stop going to church because that's what you get. You get very much. Get very much. And so while I'm happy for him, the pastor who is speaking against it, it's like y'all help to manifest this reality. Like, y'all help to create this reality. This is what y'all wanted. Now y'all saying that now y'all concerned, but it was okay when you because if we review what he said, do you want the type of Christianity, whereas in Project 2025 they're trying to take away women's rights to vote. Now, y'all didn't mind when women could only vote for men. You wanted her to be happy with just voting for a man. Like, literally, she can't vote for no other woman. She can't get no other woman elected. So it's like her vote don't matter now anyway. How many women voted for Kamala? How many women voted for Hillary? And Hillary didn't. It's like they don't really got no power to vote now. They vote don't really count now. The vote don't really matter now. Y'all can't get no woman elected. Y'all done tried, and you tried you try to walk away and you stumbled. It ain't happening in Project 2025. It's already been happening. It's just more overt now. It's explicit now. It's in your face now. They ain't trying to hide it now. That's the era that we're moving into, but all this stuff have been happening. This is nothing new. It's all been happening. It's just becoming, it's like now the mask off. We ain't got to wear the hoods no more. We ain't got to hide behind white sheets. We ain't got to do all that no more. It's coming back into those times. So it's just amazing to me, y'all were okay with being reductive towards queer people and LGBT people, but now, hey, hating them, wanting to throw them in concentration camps. Hey, maybe we're going too far now, but let's hate them. Let's put them down. Let's make them hate themselves. Let's keep Black people at the back of the line. Let's keep Black people in their place. Let's redline their communities. We're gonna help with all of that. We're gonna help Massa with all that. We're gonna preach your doctrine and a religion. We're gonna support that. But we're not trying to completely mess over y'all. But you still help to manifest this reset that they're trying to have right now, because this is the reset. And I'm gonna get to the comments because I see everybody's making a lot of good comments. I follow this woman. She lives in Atlanta. Her name is like Yada. And she prophesied after the plane crash happened, where the American Airlines plane was hit, the Hawk plane, which they said was representative of the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and that the American airline plane that went down, was representative of the eagle, and she said in her video, well, let's see if the eagle is going to rise again. But the whole thing about that video is that she knew that the Eagles was going to win, and she said it too. She said it like 2 weeks ago, and she talked in riddles because they got her because she predicted the last Super Bowl. So but the whole thing about the eagle is that America has distorted what the eagle means, because the eagle is symbolic with America, and the eagle is used to symbolize patriarchy. It's not used to symbolize freedom and all the things that it meant to our ancestors. It is closely associated with patriarchy, is closely associated with the American establishment. They have, made the eagle this like male totem, and it's just crazy because we know that all of these beings are whole. We know that the snake is whole. Like, they'll make the snake feminine, but literally it looked like a phallus. It looked like a soft phallus. So we know that. But they always associate the snake with women by putting snakes in the women's hair, like Medusa, and they try to demonize the snake. But literally, all of us have these principles. We're whole. Like the ego has positive and negative, light and dark principles and energies and frequencies, and the snake does too. But we live in a reality, because they're trying to maintain the binary, that continues to compartmentalize these entities and these beings and try to make them the archetype for negativity, try to make them the archetype for chaos, and then they'll try to make one the archetype for chaos. Try to make one the archetype for order, and make one the archetype for discipline, and make one the archetype for respect, when really all of these beings embody wholeness. But we don't look at these beings through a lens, because the lens in which we're being bred, trained, and groomed to look at these entities through is one where we see the snake as evil and demonic and bad, or the dragon as evil and demonic and bad. And then when we look at the eagle, we see white America. We see all of these things that they're grooming into us. Let me read some of these comments. They follow their false God for convenience and what they can benefit off of when they're in desperate times. And the gag is, they don't believe in God, period. They believe in the God of money. Or they definitely believe in the God of a coin. Make it plain, make it white, right? Mm-hmm. And love songs to white Jesus. Mm-hmm. Homosexual love songs. Make sure y'all click that like button. If y'all not monitoring spirits and y'all here to support the channel, love the hair on you, babe. I was just saying, honey, this is a temporary. I'm working on my new piece now. She's gonna be straight. This is gonna be straight out of Zamunda. I'm calling her Mama Zamunda. Mama Zamunda is the piece that I'm working on. Jesus. I have some clips for you from the other day. Oh, you was able to make some? It's like Jodeci singing to Jesus. It's weird, right? Great Awakening, Sovereign Divine. This DL pastor projecting their internal homophobia and the shame, and using the book to back it up, to manipulate the people and call it the word of God. The word of a halfling, honey. That's why we say God Goddess. That's why we say God is God. Because we don't honor halflings. We don't exalt halflingism. Not at all. I'm sending this to white Christian. I'm sending all this white Christian stuff to my father. He's just going to ignore my messages. Raccoon City, baby. Keep Keep halflings halflinging. Okay, keep them where they at. The bald eagle with the white head. Oh, the bald eagle with the white head is not an original species grafted in a lab. Mmm. Mmm. The snake represents the divine feminine. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, the eagle just chilling. Anything that represent the feminine is automatically demonized. And that's the reality that we live in. And the unfortunate thing about, because I've been, researching the Sibyls and the Mama Wata, and what makes it hard for me to process the information from the Sibyls and the Mama Wata, and I've talked about this before. I think that because beings who are honoring the divine feminine and celebrating the divine feminine, um, because there's such an imbalance in how our heritage and how our stories are being taught to us. A lot of times, the way the information is disseminated to enlighten Black women or to uplift Black women, specifically Black women. A lot of times, how the information is being packaged and disseminating to them is in a way that kind of like alienates everyone who is not a Black cis woman, a Black woman who is born with a vagina and identifies with womanhood. The way the information is disseminated to them, and it's understandable. I understand why a lot of people who are teaching Black women and enlightening Black women and trying to uplift Black women, I understand why they're packaging the information in the way that they do. But if we're playing the whole tape, we have to understand how this is a part of the sex baiting and the gender war. Because where is the platform? Where are the storytellers and the culture bearers and the her historians, the our historians, the people who are telling the stories that don't do men like this and women like this, or do beings who are born with vaginas like this and beings who are born with penises like this? Like, where are the storytellers and the people who are, giving us the information, that are disseminating the information, that are trying to heal us collectively? Where are those beings that are telling the stories that aren't doing this with the sexes, that aren't doing this with the genders? It's always like this. It's never like this. It's never like this. It's never like this. No, you don't see it anywhere except here. And this is why our being and our personhood is so important, because everywhere you go and you get information, it's always being told like this. It's always being told like this. It's not being told like this. And see, I'm gonna give it to everybody. I'm gonna hold everybody accountable. I'm gonna hold myself accountable. And I just feel like it's such a weighted responsibility, because there's so femininity, understanding femininity and exploring femininity, I would compare it to what we know about the ocean. We know more about the entity known as space than we do about the ocean. And the ocean is always called she and her, and is interconnected with femininity. Like it's the womb of the planet. The water is like literally it's the womb of the planet. And we know so little about that. And just like in our culture, we know so little about the divine feminine. And because we know so little about the divine feminine, and those who are understanding the information, they're interpreting it, and they're sharing the information in a way that is intentionally meant to exalt womb-bearing beings who identify with womanhood. There's even less information about beings who aren't born with vaginas, but who resonate more with the divine feminine, who resonate more with the embodiment of their foremothers. So by default, because there's so much unexplored information, and so much has been suppressed, and so much has been destroyed, and so much has been removed about the divine feminine, and beings who the beings who were the protectors of that, and the priestesses and the prophetesses, and were the guardians of that information, because that information is being distorted, because that information is being repressed, suppressed, and hidden. Like, it's hard for us, the beings who are, spiritually ambiguous, but our genitalia doesn't tend to always align with the spirit or the soul. It's even less information for us. And so we really, really get the short end of the stick. We really get the short end of the stick. And that goes back to the live that I was doing the other day with Natasha Torrey. He was so perplexed about me making the decision to have bottom surgery. Like, that really, really, really bothered him. Like, he just could not understand. And he kept trying to reduce my being, and he kept trying to tell me, oh, you're not happy. Oh, you're not happy. I hate that you didn't like yourself so much that you changed yourself, and da 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 da. And like, when they're saying things like that, they don't even realize that it's the pot calling the tea kettle black, because you didn't even have enough consciousness to know that you were being groomed. Like, you literally just you saw your genitalia, you ain't have no questions, you just ran with what you were taught. You just accepted everything that they told you. And now y'all have the audacity to say that it's an agenda to emasculate the black man, and to emasculate and to make women super masculine. And the only reason why this agenda could exist is because y'all are not having a conversation about the original agenda. And the original agenda was to reduce women, to subjugate them, to fit into a box, to not be their whole selves, so that it could serve patriarchy, so that it could serve this one-sided system, and to exalt men and not allow them to be their whole selves, not allow them to cry, not allow them to show emotions. And so the perversion that you're seeing now, that you're calling an agenda, that is allegedly the queer and the trans community, is just the dam breaking. Y'all have built this dam, y'all have built this wall, y'all have built this esoteric wall, y'all have built this spiritual wall, and now that wall is collapsing, and everything is just coming together, and y'all trying to make it demonic, and y'all trying to make it weird. But this is literally just a fruit of what you have created through this binary construct, through this patriarchal construct, through this misogynistic reality. Like, this is literally just the dam breaking. It's the dam breaking. It's the wall being torn down. Y'all have lived in a fake reality so long, y'all don't understand how it really literally is supposed to be. But if we go back to our childhood, we remember, because before puberty hit, that's who you really was. Before we went through puberty. Because puberty is when the grooming becomes intense. You get a little grace before puberty if you come from a good home. If you come from a pretty decent family, if you come from a pretty decent family, you get grace before puberty. Now, right around puberty, that's when the peer pressure starts. That's when people start projecting on you what they're being taught in their homes and what their family taught them. And they're trying to assimilate into society because you're nearing adulthood. And so you have to follow the program. If you want to excel and you want to succeed, you have to accept the programming. So around puberty, it becomes intense. But before puberty, you kind of get grace. You kind of get grace before puberty. And that was my experience. I had a few snafus in which I was like, where some mean, hurtful things were said to me when I was like 11. I can remember a couple of occurrences around 9, 10, 11, like a couple, but there was a lot more grace. But see, when I got 12, when I got around 12, 13, that was when it was like, this right here gotta stop. This behavior is not acceptable. I started being punished for things. I started being told, like, I started having privileges taken from me, things that I was normally being able to. I started like things start because that was the pressure for me to assimilate and start performing in the way that I was expected to perform based on my genitalia. At puberty, there was a expectation for me to behave this way because you have this genitalia. And so this behavior is not acceptable now at this point because you are nearing adulthood. So we need you to get this script. We need you to get it. Now more than ever, we need you to get it. Your look is giving Diana Ross Black Panther party tease. You know what else I feel like it was giving? When Beyonce was pregnant and she was in the checkup on the video. Watching Molly check up on it, tipping poppy twerking, stop and check on me tonight. If you got it, flaunt it, boy, I know you want it. I saw a little bit of Beyonce and check up on it with that little short piece she had on in that black dress. The halfling information they be spewing is questionable, confusing, and left off on a cliffhanger. They also want us to be afraid of water. The government is using flooding to get rid of whole towns, is literally our using flooding to get rid of a whole town is literally in our gene memory. Yeah, but the more that they bring the water in, it's just us having to be in a space to receive it and to stop fearing the water. Because the water holds all the memories. And so like not being afraid, not allowing the water to become like, because they've used water in a lot of ways to poison us against water, like drowning us, like you said, drowning whole cities, and like they've created that trauma. Like this is part of the reason why, like even how they tell stories about animals, they make it hard for us to connect with our animal archetype. Like like that animalistic side of ourselves. We're trying to be so civilized, but we're not realizing that all of these archetypes are necessary for us to be whole, like being able to connect with the divine feminine, being able to connect with our animal part, being able to connect with our divine masculine, being able to connect with spirit, being able to connect with the soul, like being able to connect, you know connecting all that, being able to connect with nature. Like all of these, we have to be able to connect with these things in order for us to become our whole self. And when we become our whole self, then that's when we're going to connect with each other in the way that we need to connect with each other. And that's when we're going to really start to see a cosmic shift. But if they keep using tactics to make us you know not want to connect with certain things because of trauma, because of fear, Like, this government is good for that. They're very good for that. Uh, we have to consider that we was women in past lives as well. Yeah, he was projecting all their insecurities. He was protecting all their insecurities onto you, and they think they be doing the right thing, but snitching on themselves, child. And it was such a gag because he was black. He was like the white agenda and what white people are doing and white people doing this. And he was blaming white people for everything. And 3, 4 hours into the live, found out he was dating a white girl. Like the white girl came on the live and started talking. Like you constantly making it about black against white and you dating a white girl. I'm like, how do y'all do like how does that work? How do you make everything about race but you sleeping with a white woman? How does that work? I never understood the emasculation agenda because men wear dresses, makeup, heels, wigs, and it was even known in past lifetimes, right? Uh huh. Uh huh. Yeah. The walls are illusions, and people getting triggered in the imaginary walls are suddenly disappearing. Right, the imaginary walls are suddenly disappearing. That is so true, Aaron. Um, the black and white is fading, and the gray is coming to the future. Exactly. That's the age of Aquarius. Um, it's levels to this. The levels these halflings have been programmed to be stuck on. Hmm. Their destruction is preparing the world for a new us. Come on now. It's really unfortunate because I'm a water sign and I love water, but I cannot swim. A goal this year is to learn how to swim. Let me tell you something. I took swimming lessons, but I did not do well at them. Um, so I am not the best swimmer because of my breathing. Like my breathing affects me when I'm singing, and my breathing, like my ability to breathe properly, has affected my singing, and it also affects my swimming ability. I can swim, and I'm not afraid to go under the water and be under the water. But I think that I could be a stronger swimmer if I could get control over my breath. One of the things that I would like to be able to do is actually just breathe underwater. That's why I don't want to reincarnate as human because I legit want to be able to breathe underwater. Like I legit want to be able to breathe underwater. But the first thing that you should learn how to do, Aaron, is float. Because that's when you are trusting the water to carry you. That's when you are trusting the water to hold you. That's when you are not fighting with the water. You know, once because if you know how to float, you'll be fine. Like if you're ever in a big body of water, just knowing how to float. So that is the process of trusting the water. That is the process of but when you're in large bodies of water, you have to be careful because the waves will carry you really quickly. And if you can't swim, you won't be able to get back. So try floating in a pool first. Because you'll be floating in that ocean. And the next thing you know, you'll be, how did I get way out? So try floating in man-made spaces like pools and stuff like that, and then just relax and let the water hold you. And then once you become more comfortable with floating, then the idea of swimming really becomes easier because you're not fighting the water, you're moving with the water. you're in harmony with the water. You start to become in harmony. You're not resisting, because you're not going to win a fight with the water. You're just not going to win. You're not going to win. So the art of swimming is about learning how to move with the water, allowing the water to push you, allowing, not trying to work against the water. Like that's the whole idea. Like you can get further, you can accomplish more when you're not trying to work against the water, because you're not going to win. You're not going to win. You're not going to win a fight with the water. What preacher is this? The dude in your Insta story? Yeah. But I was also talking about Pastor Dennis Meredith. What's your air sign? I think so you're Aquarius, Aaron? Or you a water sign? Um I can't stand a hypocrite. 100% pure love said, I can't stand a hypocrite. You can't talk pro black and sleep with white and sleep white and talk pro trans when it's a costume you take off once you get home. Aaron, you cool, but I'm gonna have to watch you. LOL. I'm joking. Scorpios be interested. Oh, you're a Scorpio. Scorpios got them stingrays, babe. Yes, honey. They be so good until that loyalty switch. Oh my goodness. But I've had Scorpios where the loyalty never switched. Yeah, I've experienced Scorpios where the loyalty have switched. But when that loyalty switch, they loyal. But when that loyalty switch, they be dedicated to that foolishness. We're mermaids, high key. Alabama hoodoo. What type of spells are you casting for the upcoming full moon this Wednesday? Oh, thank you for making me aware of that. I definitely will have to get me some rituals set up. Um, See how spirit always it lets you know, because I sure didn't know a full moon was coming. 100% pure love said, fish gotta swim. Exactly. Um, Anandia, it's very strange that black people equate white women as the African dream trophy, but will rather get rock climbed by Uncle Sam. I heard that. Thank you. Um, yeah. Black men will come out of the closet for a white sissy and think they special. Ooh, you live for that idea. She had said that, didn't she? I heard the full moon in Leo about to be dramatic. Oh my, wow. Why people hate us Scorpios so much? We're so honest to a fault sometimes, but I feel like that's just because of what we are living and people don't like the truth. So what you is, are you a October Scorpio or a November Scorpio? So are you closer to Sagittarius, or are you closer to Libra? Them Scorpios will switch up on you, baby. Yeah, okay, October or November. Like we trying to figure out what kind of Scorpio. Are you closer to the Libra or are you closer to the Sagittarius? Oh, wow. I had a partner who was born on Halloween. Okay, so you closer to, I don't know, that's kind of like right smack dab in the middle. You just pure Scorpio. That's pure Scorpio. That's pure Scorpio. Like, that's pure Scorpio. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Some Scorpios will strategically fuck something up that's good for them for no reason, and I be bombastically side eyeing. Yeah, yeah, a Halloween baby, but that's very spiritual though. That's very spiritual. Now, this is the thing. Um, I know a Halloween Scorpio, and the thing that happened with him, I call Halloween Ancestors Day. Y'all know I changed the name. But the thing that I notice about Halloween about him is that, and y'all know who I'm talking about because I've interviewed him on this platform a multitude of times. Um, Halloween Scorpio is like, so he was, I think at one time he had the potential to be like a real renegade, like to really, really go against the system. And he really, really kind of like bucked the system. And this is where my heart goes out to a lot of black men. They don't receive, and I know personally as a trans person who bucks the system and who has went in my own lane. I think that I've been able to have a lot of soft landings because I identify with the feminine and I show up as feminine and I read as, I read as a woman. I read, sometimes I even read as a cis woman. And so I think that I've been able to have soft landings because of how I show up. And so people see mother energy, maternal energy, goddess energy. So they understand, my spirituality and my philosophies, even if they don't align with it, even if they don't connect with it, they get it. But when a person is presenting as male, presents as a man who is identifying with manhood, it's really hard for them. If they give too much life to the mama, they give too much life to the divine feminine, they look like they simping. They look like mama's boys. They look like wussies. They look weak. With beings like me, it's sort of an expectation. It's like, oh, okay, we get it. But when you rest in your masculinity and you present as a man and you identify with the construct of manhood and you're around here talking about mama this and mama that and taking up for feminine beings and ready to ride for them, that's called simping. You're a mama's boy. You weak. So there's not a lot of support for beings who identify with the construct of manhood. There's not a support system for them. And it's so crazy because I think there was a time when trans people were trying to create that space, but but then in the trans movement, they didn't want cis men to come into those spaces because cis men have been centered so much. And so they were afraid that cis men were going to take over those spaces. And so that movement kind of divided. Then you got your trans attracted brothers, and then you got the trans women over here and your trans attracted brothers over here. But we did have an opportunity where we could have built collectively together and we could have created that space. We could have protected them and nurtured them and allowed them to collectively build together and still have that balance. But unfortunately, a lot of the trans women who were gatekeepers and who had that type of who had those types of platforms, they were Christians. So they was around here supporting the brotherhood too. And I was guilty of that. I've been guilty of that. I've done that at one time. But I feel like, when you know better, you do better. You continue to evolve, you continue to grow. And so I will say, to like in defense of, black men, in defense of our brothers, there are not spaces that nurture them and support them and encourage them and 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 allow them to be in support of the mother, be in support of the divine feminine, but still nurture them as men, still nurture them in their masculinity, still support them in how they want to show up and how they want to show up. So a lot of times the pressure becomes, if I want this support, if I want this community, because they need it. To be clear, a lot of men need that more than we do. Like men try to act like they be so self-reliant and they be so independent and they be chill. They need that. They need community. They need somebody to you go, you did that. Wow, that was amazing. Yeah, that's why they be doing football and sports and all that. They need that affirmation. They need somebody to say, "You did a good job, that a boy." They need that shit. They need that shit. Like, we gotta keep it a bug. Like, they need it. They say women are the weaker sex, but a lot of times, and I mean, there's a lot of women who are insecure, hence, the body modifications and the surgeries. But let's be clear, men have surgeries and stuff too. They just don't talk about it. They around here having BBLs and hair implants and penis implants and pec implants. And I saw Armand on here talking about, how he messed up a whole 2 years of his life, because he went to go and try to have some surgeries because he felt uncomfortable with how he looked. And I have never thought anything was wrong with him. Like, I was like, wow, like I never would have known that he felt that way about himself. Like, and so that goes to show you, people can present one thing to you and people can really feel a whole different way about themselves. Like really had he really was going through such body dysphoria in his male body. Not dysphoria of wanting to be a woman, but dysphoria about, because you can have dysphoria within your own gender. Like, be uncomfortable with how you look in your body, in your gender, in your sex. Like, you have this idea that you're supposed to look like this and this is the standard and this is the expectation. So, when we gonna have a conversation about having dysphoria within your gender, about being uncomfortable with how you present or how you're perceived or how you're expected to look within your gender, because they have dysphoria too. It's just not a dysphoria that causes them to want to have other sexual anatomy or to have other or to cross the gender line, but it's still a dysphoria to a degree. I def am a sabotager my current situation, but I don't think it's good for the long term. I def am sabotaging my current situation, but I don't think it's good for the long term. I'm standing up for my mother with my dad. He's not having it, and I don't give a fuck. All right, you better stand on business, Aaron. I know this one dude with a big afro on IG that honored the divine feminine, but trash the divine masculine consistently, and it's given he's Sucking on the titty. And see, you gotta have a balance. You gotta have a balance. You gotta have a balance, and you have to be supported in that. The trans movement has been corrupted and gentrified. I'm about to pin that. You done gave us the pinnable statement for today. We got to pin that. Mm-hmm. we we got to pin that. Like, it's been a lot of pinnable. It's been a lot of pinnable comments, but we gonna pin that with corrupted and gentrified. And they always say that. They always say that before the fall of a nation, the trans, the trans and queer community rises, and it symbolizes the fall of a nation. But what we're seeing now is they're trying to erase it, they're trying to remove it, and in doing that they're actually creating the destruction, because the ditch that you was digging for our community. And see, that's the part that they don't talk about. When there's a rise of queerness, or when there's a rise, when that dam breaks, when those beings that you tried to suppress and you've hid, when consciousness rises and you can no longer suppress that group of people, unfortunately, y'all try to put ops, and y'all try to put transplants in leadership. Y'all put gatekeepers in place to corrupt, to distort, to mislead, to create confusion and chaos and division. And then y'all come in and play white savior, and y'all say, oh, we gonna get them, we gonna remove this is demonic, this not right, this shouldn't be here. And that's when the destruction comes, because y'all saw the dam breaking in 2009, 2008, 2009. Y'all saw after the millennium the dam was breaking. And when 2000 came in, the dam was breaking. Y'all couldn't stop it. So what y'all tried to do was y'all put Obama in office. Y'all made Obama endorse the LGBT community, because at first he wasn't for it. Y'all got him to endorse the LGBT community. Then you centered cis-looking trans people, which created this, which perpetuated this idea that in order for us to be accepted, we need to assimilate, we need to change. Then when that started getting out of hand, like y'all knew it would do, children wanting to have surgeries. When y'all saw it trying to get out of hand, y'all want to blame the community, but really it's the expectations that you have set for us. It's the way you orchestrated all of this. Y'all orchestrated this. Y'all planned this. And then when it went exactly like you knew it was gonna go, you said, "Oh, we got to get them out of here. This is wrong. This is demonic. They doing this. This is against God. This is not. It's only man and woman. It's only two sexes." So y'all knew y'all couldn't stop it, but y'all tried to contain it and control it and then you manipulated it until it started to look toxic, until you had enough evidence, until you had played with the movement and corrupted the movement so much, you were able to come in and say, now see, look, we let y'all have it. We let y'all do we let you wave your little flags and all of that. But y'all corrupted it. Y'all literally corrupted the movement from the start. You corrupted it with the language. You corrupted it with the people who represented it, the gatekeepers. Like the government literally had their hand in it from the start. A prime example of this, I remember we had like a workshop in New Orleans. I'll never forget this. And they called a bunch of Black trans women in to talk about it was a bunch of white people. And I don't know what this was about, but they called a bunch of Black trans women in specifically because they wanted to hear our ideas and they wanted to have a conversation with us. Them people must have knew that I was going to be the anarchist, or that I was going to be the one that was going to be playing devil's advocate and playing the whole tape. Them people, what they watched us. You could tell they was watching us talk. You could tell that they was watching us talk in private because we was trying to figure out what they called us together for, but they was offering us money. The people left out of the room for a little while, left us by ourselves. Then when they came back in the room, they called me out of the room, gave me the same $100 that they was giving everybody else, and told me I could go. And kept everybody else there for like an hour and a half, picking their brains, getting information out of them. But they gave me my $100 and told me to go. And that's the type of suspect stuff that these people have been doing. This is how you know it's been some corruption going on in this movement. Period. Trans movement and heavily tamper with agents who are not even trans. Agents of chaos. Intentionally. So much men have a superwoman complex. It's not even a Superman complex. It's not even funny. Men have insecurities all over, especially height surgeries. They be having height surgeries. How you have a height surgery? Once the non-op chasers and so-called queers who really swingers started getting clout, I checked out. So right around the time Lay Lim Lay Lur started, that was when I saw girls who was just putting the wigs on, and because she knew how to apply makeup and make herself look like an Instagram model, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even really like developed into a full grown male yet. Like you're young. Like when we 19 and 20, unless you just have some serious genetics, when you 19, when you 18, 19, 20, girl, unless you got some serious genetics, like unless like your mama is like really athletic and your daddy really athletic, all of us pretty much be soft. And so when I saw girls that was like 18, 19, 20, 21 years old trying to tell me I wasn't trans and I wasn't woman enough because I was because I wasn't insecure about having facial hair, or because I wasn't scared to wear a bald fade, or because I wasn't worried about having perfectly straight teeth, as if my teeth have anything to do with my gender. Like when I started seeing trans people try to critique my look, when I had been living in my truth for nearly 2 decades and these girls was just coming out, when I saw them trying to critique me and tell me how to be a woman, I was like, oh no, this is not. That's when I went into the cocoon. And that's when I started trying to move away. I still was being active and being a part of the movement, but I continued not to put all my eggs in one basket. And I continued faithfully to develop this work, this lane. That was when I saw it around 2014, around 2015. That was when the girls started playing in my face. That was 2015, 2016. The girls was really playing in my face heavy. They was playing in the ops. They was playing in my face heavy. And the more they played in my face, the more I moved the way that I moved continuously. Why do people equate their success and alpha energy on the low, and alpha energy on how they physically look? Read me. I have a dysphoria with my weight. I have been the same weight since the 7th grade. So what's wrong with your weight? Do you feel like you're heavy, or you feel like you're too skinny? What is going on? You said read me. Okay, reading me zone. Oh, we have been the scapegoat the whole time. The LGBT was a whole psyop. Yep. Yep. A whole mission. Aaron, Nadia, and civil rights movement. Facts on facts. Wow. Hell yeah. This dude on IG had weight surgery. He was had height surgery. He was 5'5" and then got the surgery on his legs and then went up to 6'1". I think they put rods in him. Girl, I did not know that. I did not know you can make somebody taller. And these niggas talking about trans? Partly metal, partly real. Silver Hawks. You remember that? You remember that TV show? Partly metal, partly real. Wow. Hell yeah. This dude on IG had height surgery. He was 5'5" and then did the surgery on his legs and went up to 6'1". I think you gotta send me that. You gotta send me that on Instagram. You got to send me that. Yes, the height surgeries extend the shins with metal. The weight, uh, that weight surgery is super cringy. 155 census. Also, you slim. Oh, you slim down. Don't tell me you can eat anything you want because then I'm just gonna be mad. Because then I'm just gonna be mad. And that's something about a lot of male Scorpios. Like y'all can eat what y'all want and don't gain no weight. Now I know one male Scorpio. That nigga chubby. That nigga chubby. But I don't know too many male Scorpios that's chubby. Oh yes, 100. I saw that weight surgery video. They do it on the little people too and adapted it for short men. Wow. The gag, I'ma send it. Yeah, I got to see that. I got to see that. I literally cannot gain weight. It's so stupid. Well, how old are you? Because at a certain weight um you start to retain, like, as you get older. So are you in your 30s yet? Because your metabolism probably just haven't slowed down yet. Like you probably will never be like really big, but also when you get to a certain age, your metabolism starts to slow. My ex is a Scorpio, but he was on and off with his transition. Okay, so you're still fairly young. It could catch up with you around 40, and you might get about 10 more pounds around 40. Mm, my ex was a Scorpio and he was on and off with his transition, but trying to play in my face, pretending to betray child. He was a walking joke. Yeah. One of my daughters have a fast metabolism. That bitch can eat whatever she wants. She might get a little pudge in her stomach for a day or two, but that bitch ain't gaining no weight. That bitch gonna be slim, and that bitch could sit up and eat ice cream and everything. But she's very active. She's very active. Like what the key to gaining weight is being less active, because most people who cannot gain weight are busybodies. From the moment that they get up, they moving. From the moment that they get up out the bed, pew, 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 gotta go run here, got to go do this, got to go do that. Oh, you want to gain some weight? Eat and sit down, eat and lay down, and be still. Be still and know that you gonna gain some weight. Be still and know. Because with me, I notice that the reason why, because I do eat, like I do eat, but the reason why I've been able to keep the weight off is because I've been taking a lot of vitamins, and so I'm more active. Like I get up multiple times in the night to go to the bathroom. I'm running up and down the stairs. I'm cleaning. I'm doing something, and so I'm burning what I eat. Whereas when I'm depressed, I'll eat and just kind of like lounge around and won't move. Like literally, I eat and just lay there, and that's how I gain the weight. Which I'm not active. Which I'm gonna eat and pooch. I'm gonna eat and lay down and pooch. I'm gonna eat and lounge. Eating and lounging. You can't gain weight if you're a busybody. You got to eat and pooch. You got to become accustomed to eating and being less active. That's the secret to gaining weight. And a lot of people, that's what happens when you get these high end jobs where you're not active, where you're not moving, where you went to school and you sat in class and you wasn't moving all day. And then you get a job where you're sitting at a desk and you're not really moving and you're not being active. And so because you're not being active, you're gaining weight. You have a job where you don't have to do manual labor, where you don't have to like be moving all the time, but that moving is what's balancing out what you're eating. So you can eat high carb food. You can eat food that has a lot of calories. You can eat food that has all of these things because you're active, you're burning it off. But if you're a person that's always moving, if you're a person that's always active, child, you're not about to that's not about to sit on you. That's not about to sit on you. It might get a little moment, but baby, the key to getting that weight off you is to be active. A lot of people, they shame manual labor, but baby, a lot of people who have those jobs that require them to be active, baby, they live longer because they be healthier from that manual labor. Our ancestors were shaming that manual labor, but baby, that manual labor, honey, baby, you be in your 60s and 70s and be looking good as hell, in good shape, thanks to that manual labor. That's right. I ain't gonna never put down manual labor because manual labor, manual labor gets you together, baby. Have you around here aging lovely. You got to have some discipline to have a desk job, to have a job where you sitting at a desk all day long and to still be around here serving the children bodies. You still around here breaking the children up, honey. And you sitting at a desk. Don't talk about you going to school and you got a desk job. It's you sitting down in class, then you sitting down at work. And this still is exhausting you because you can drain yourself mentally. You don't have to be physically active to become tired. Because intellectual work can drain you physically. If your brain is tired, then it's not fixing to be firing commands to the rest of your body. Let's go run, let's go play. That's why when you're going through depression, you are tired. You don't have a lot of energy because your brain is tired. Your brain is exhausted. And so just because you don't do manual work or you're not manually active, it doesn't mean that you won't be fatigued. You can have a job where you sit around all day long and don't do nothing. If you're exhausted from the mental energy that you're putting out, from the mental work that you're doing, that's not going to encourage you to want to do. So see, the thing about exercise is you you release endorphins when you're moving. If you're not moving, you're not releasing those endorphins. And so your body is not getting the message. Your brain is not saying move. Your brain is not saying do this. Like you can literally wear yourself out from sitting down. Like you could be sitting in space all day long and be exhausted. And yeah. I figured it was your job. I figured it was your job because if you have a high metabolism like that, then I could see you're not gonna be on no job where you sitting still. You're not gonna be on no job where you sitting still. And when I do work, I like jobs that require me to move around. I don't want to work no job where I gotta sit still for too long. Mm-mm. I don't like jobs that require a lot of mental energy because if it requires a lot of mental energy that I'm giving up on the plantation, that means that I don't have mental energy for Laylim Layler Nation. That means that I don't have mental energy for my art. That means that I don't have mental energy for my storytelling. That means that I don't have mental energy for the things that I love. If I'm giving all my mental energy, that's why if I do go back on the plantation and get a job, I'm legit not gonna be the person in the job talking about some, well, y'all need to change this and we need to fight for rights and we need this. They're gonna say, do this, do it like this, do it like I'm gonna say, okay, I have to get into it. Mhm. How you want that done again, boss? Yes, I'm getting to it. I'm not draining none of my mental energy up on that plantation. What you needs me to do again? Okay, I was getting to it. I used to go on jobs trying to make a change and trying to make a difference. No, I'm here for my check. Now, if it's some people here, I'm going to treat them with respect. I'm going to treat people with dignity. I'm not going to mistreat people because I don't want to be mistreated. But I'm not here to try to change your organization, to tell you try to run your organization. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to do what I'm getting paid to do, get my check and go home. My mental and intellectual energy is reserved for the work of building Laylim Laylar Nation, for the work of the whole ones, the purple ones, the gray ones. That's where my mental and my intellectual energy is. I am not coming onto your job to give you my intellectual property, to be here draining and straining my brain for y'all. You need me to go mop that up. You need me to sweep that. You need me to wipe that. You need me to wash the windows. Okay, good. You need me to serve food. Okay. Okay. You need me to stack these boxes. Okay. I'm not here to be Dexter. This ain't Dexter's Laboratory. I'm not here to be Einstein. I don't have no intellectual property to give to Massa up on the plantation. I ain't got nothing for you. You need me to stack them chairs? Okay. You gonna give me some gloves so I can scrub this toilet? Okay. Now if it's filthy, bitch, find somebody else to do it. Cause I'm not. There's a certain level of y'all can't be around here acting like animals in a petting zoo and think I'm about to clean that up. No, I'm not. I'm not. No, we're not about to be living like a petting zoo, and you think I'm about to come up in here and clean it. No. There's gonna be a certain level of decorum, a certain standard. A certain standard. Y'all just can't be nasty and trifling and think I'm gonna come in and do it because you're probably not paying me enough. You're probably not paying me enough. Because baby, if the toilet is splattered and the poo is saturated, bitch, I wouldn't give a fuck if you was paying me $50 in there. No. Because I gotta smell that. Now, if it's a certain level, you know, the people got a little class, the people got a little decorum. Yeah, I could do all that. Yeah. I would love a job where I ain't got to give you my ideas. I don't have to share my intellectual property. I'll be right up on the plantation, work or be down. Come home, they had a good workout. Done been moving all day, metabolism up and going. Yes, ma'am. I done already did my exercise. I ain't got to go to the gym because, bitch, I've been moving all day. I've been working all day. Come home, bam. It's time for the intellectual stuff. It's time for me to read some books. It's time for me to absorb my content. It's time for me to do that. And baby, I'm on lay learn. But chill, if I'm at the job all day, giving my intellectual property there, giving them ideas there, creating programs for them there, creating things for them there, child, what is it for lay learn? What intellectual capacity, bitch? I'm drained, bitch. I don't want to think, bitch. I want to watch a cartoon. I want to watch something funny. I don't want to be serious. I don't want to be deep. I don't want to be spiritual. I'm my intellectual capacity. I'm good. I done gave it all to Massam. I'm not about to do it. I deliver to racist white people in a rural area, and my manager want me to take verbal abuse and say nothing. So it's death. Death does take a lot of mental power to get through each day. Now see, that's the type of manual labor where no, I wouldn't want that. I would want to be like working with a different demographic of people. If I'm going to do like a manual labor type job where I'm working with a different demographic of people, so I may have to deal with some bouginess from my supervisor or but I've gotten to the age now with them because I'm older. I'm almost 50 years old, so I literally can give them, because you know most of the time my bosses be younger than me. So I literally give them a look that make them feel like children. Which when I roll my eye or I do that side eye, they know you doing too much. Bitch, I will quit. Bitch, who are you talking to? Because bitch, I will quit. I have the I will quit look. Bitch, I will quit. I be trying to be on some 2 weeks notice, but you may not get the 2 weeks notice, bitch. Depending on how bad you play with me, you might not get the 2 weeks notice, bitch. You might not get the 2 weeks notice. I remember one time. I was working at this movie theater in Atlanta, um, and the manager of that particular location didn't want me to sell merch or to work in concessions. They wanted me to run the fundraising efforts, and probably because he was pocketing the money, because we used to raise six and seven and $800. Me, I was very good at raising money, getting white people to donate money. So because I'm a comedian, so we were trying to raise money for the children. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty that was theirs inside. Give me $1 or two. And the white people would just be falling out laughing, honey, and just giving me money. I'd be getting that money. So he wanted me to keep on. He liked it when he was white. And when the people would come in, I'd change their energy and I would be transmuting energy. I was doing all this before I even knew I was doing it. Transmuting energy, like preparing them for their movie experience. So I'd be at the door, I just have them laughing and cackling and cutting up and keying. And I got that because when I worked at Papa Joe's, I was the door person a lot. And so when I got people to come in, I would set their energy and I would also have them in a giving mood, ready to spend their money. So he wanted me to keep doing it. The district manager, who was a white woman, every time she would walk up and see me doing what he told me to do, she'd say, "We're not paying you to do that. Get back over here at this table. Sell this merchandise. No one asked you to do all that. Stop doing that. You're gonna cut that out. You're gonna stop doing that." And then when he walked past the table, he'd say, "Hey, why aren't you doing what I told you to do? You need to blah, 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 and whoop de whoop de woo." So I let them play with me like that a couple of times. And then I started looking at him like, "Are you gonna stand up?" I started looking at him like, "Are you gonna stand up for me to her? Because she's playing in my face." So he never did. He let her, like, he give me a directive, then she give me another directive, and they never came together and said, "Hey," he never said, "Hey, I'm telling her to do that. This is what I asked her to do. She's following, doing what I told her to do. Can you back off? Because this is what I told her to do. This is my location. This is what I told her to do." He wouldn't stand up to her. But when he'd walk by, he'd tell me to start doing it again. Then when she walked by, she'd tell me not to do it. Bitch, I quit the same day. At the end of my shift, bitch. Y'all not about, bitch. I'm not no fucking bitch. My name ain't Yo Yo, bitch. You got me fucked up, ho, bitch. Not the fuck at all, 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 bitch. I want to I be trying to be revolutionary at work and need to just ignore these people. Exactly. 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 The revolution is not meant to be fought at work. Let them deal. Because guess what? When they're doing that racist stuff, that's a ditch they digging for themselves. It ain't. That's exactly what it is. They fucking vampires. They fucking vampires. I know this ain't gonna work all the time, But most of the times it's really just a bless your heart moment. And you could literally say bless your heart without moving your mouth. That's the bless your heart face. That's the bless your heart face. You see how the nostrils flip? That's the bless your heart face. Well, damn. That face said a whole lot, didn't it? Sometimes you just gotta be stoic. You just gotta channel the ancestors who just know all this is bullshit, and protect your light and preserve your energy. And if I go back to work, that's really gonna be it for me. Like, I'm gonna be at work. I'm gonna have me some of these for work. I'm gonna have me a set. I'm gonna bring to work with me because this ain't the only set I'm gonna get. And I'm gonna say, I'm taking a restroom break, and I'm gonna be in a restroom like this. Bitch voguing with them hoes, bitch. Bitch voguing with them hoes, bitch. Bitch voguing with them hoes, bitch. I mean voguing with my motherfucking chakra aligners, bitch. Bitch, I'm gonna be voguing with them hoes at work, bitch. Bitch, you're not about to get me worked up, bitch. You're not about to bring me out of my bitch. You're not about to bring me out my zone. No, ma'am. They gonna say, why is she always so calm? Bitch, you gonna hear it when if you stand by the bathroom door, you'll hear it. You gonna hear that thing. That thing, and that thing is saving you, bitch. I'm living for the 90s MC Light hair. I love a little pussy cat, a little pussy cat. Killed her. Okay. All right, Anandia. What did I miss? Child, we you could see it in the comment section. Come on, Whitney. I gotta work on mine. The wig shake. Ooh, white lady was a hater. Yeah, he was setting you up. Mm-hmm. Juices. Energy siphon. Mm-hmm. You have to use their signature look against them. Exactly. Exactly. My favorite expression. Saving your energy is a hidden superpower. Ashe. Thank you, Khadija. Truly. Oh, I give them their shit back. All that. And that plucks them more than anything because they see us as animals. And so they expect for us to act like animals. They want to see us get loud and alley and upset. And they want to see us do that. When you give them some stoicism, when you become stoic, it's not right, but it's okay, Bob. Right, right. They hate when you give them their energy back Cause they be being real passive aggressive and they be passive aggressively rude. And I give them their same shit back to them. And it boils them because they want you to be reactionary because it sets the stage for them to clutch their pearls and play the victim. It sets the stage for them to clutch their pearls and play the victim. I never forget a white woman told me, "You think you're better than me, don't you?" Because I would never be reactionary. I would never give her, I would never, I can't believe, and I would never be over the top, and I would never like it, I was just so nonchalant and just so calm and cool and collected about it. And that plucks them because they want you to be reactionary, because when you're reactionary, then they could justify having to clutch their pearls and not feeling safe. Oh, like I don't feel safe. Oh my God, they could present you as this animal that's trying to harm them and that's attacking them. And so I learned, at a younger age, how to give them their energy back. And it really, really frazzles them. I used to do it with my parents. And I saw how it worked them. Because one thing about Black people, we used to screaming and hollering. We have been from the slave master. See, what we have to understand about white people, a lot of white people, not all white people, it is a performance. If you watch the TV shows, they show you who they really are. They scream and holler and cuss each other out and treat each other crazy and talk to each other like if you pay attention to Golden Girls, their natural energy with each other. We've seen this in all of the TV shows, the Bundys, all of the TV shows we used to watch about them. They are very catty towards each other. They're very shady towards each other. That's natural. They cut each other down like motherfucking pine trees at Christmas. That's very much their energy. So they try to pretend like we the ones that's over here wilding because we are a little bit louder or maybe we're a little bit more passionate, but they cut each other down. Like that's literally their culture is cutting each other down. So when you don't allow yourself to become reactive to that energy, when you don't allow yourself to feed into that culture and feed into that energy by becoming reactionary, and you start looking at them for the babies that they are, because the reason why they have to do that and the reason why there's a need for them to do that is because they think that it makes them look intelligent. Let's take for prime example the TV show Frasier. Because they know all of this stuff, because they could use all these big words. Yes, you are smart. You are a very smart person. But are you really emotionally intelligent? Are you really wise? Are you really spiritually aware? You're smart. The Big Bang Theory. You're smart. You know a lot of information. And we confuse that information for emotional intelligence. We confuse that information for superiority, because they could use big words and they could talk about all of these events that happened in his story. In his story, we that gets under our skin and we become reactionary. Yeah, be very ghetto. But because they use bigger words and they don't, and some of them, the trailer park ones, the country ones, the redneck ones, oh baby, it get more crunk than us and the Mexicans. Oh, they get it crunk. The rednecks, the hillbillies. But the ones who are sophisticated, the ones who have been groomed, yeah. This disrespect. Disrespect. She said she talked to them like a child in a shitty pamper. I love me some 100% pure love. I love that analogy. That lady said I talked to them like a child in a shitty pamper. Now, baby. Now, baby, go sit your tail down. Now, go on over there now. Ooh-wee. Golden Girls was Shade 101. And it was toxic. It was toxic because the gay community, which is led by white gay men, we just gonna go ahead and call a thing a thing. No matter how much lingo that black people make up or trans people make up, at the end of the day, white gay men gonna co-opt everything. They gonna take the lead on everything. They're gonna be centered in everything, and then they're gonna put their zhush on it. And shade does not come from black people. We perfected it, as we tend to do, but shade does not come from black people. Resting bitch face, all that does not come from black people. That's not us. Because those are petty, lower vibrational energies. That's not our roots. We've just mastered it in order to navigate colonialism, in order to navigate patriarchy, in order to navigate whiteification. But that is not what our people are rooted in. We're not rooted in shade. We're not. That's why that stuff is trauma for us, because that's not what we're rooted in. But we have mastered it and fed it back to them bitches. But that's not our root. That's not where that's not where most of us rest at. We don't rest in shade and cattiness and backbiting. Like that's not our frequency. But when in Rome, do as the Romans do, right? Smart used to mean causing short pain. Wow. Yes, the redneck whites are a different breed of whites. I actually like them. Because you know what you're getting, baby. You got to give them that scolding. I'ma whoop your ass with a switch look. We season shade, right? Mean Girls is the culture of white gays. Exactly. That's their base. That's not our base. And that's why they hate when we get it back. That's why they hate when we give it back to them. Because they want us to be, oh, I'm about to whoop your ass. They want us to be reactionary because we feel insecure. We feel insecure. We feel threatened. We feel intimidated. We feel belittled. Oh, when you give them all of that, you're saying, I think you're better than me. I think you're superior to me. When they say the word nigga and you so mad you ready to fight, you really secretly feel like they better than you. But bitch, at least I'm pure nigga. Bitch, you a knockoff nigga. Bitch, you're what was left of the nigga. Bitch, when you call me Dookie, let's remember that when Dookie dries out, it turns white. Dry Dookie, bitch, you shit we can't even use, bitch. What can you do with dry Dookie? Bitch, at least Dookie with some moisture can be fertilizer. Bitch, when you say I look like shit, bitch, let's remember when dog shit dries out, bitch, it turns white, bitch. You a dried shit, bitch. Bitch, you're shit that has no nutrients, bitch. Bitch, you're lifeless shit, bitch. bitch, bitch, you dried up Dookie, bitch. Bitch, you the Dookie that the nutrients is gone, bitch. The sun to dried it out, bitch. Bitch, you cold old shit, bitch. The flies don't even want to come around you, bitch. Bitch, white people love saying you look like shit or you look like a piece of shit. Bitch, you forgot what you do. Bitch, you forgot what dog shit does when it sits in the sun for weeks. It turns white. Bitch, it turns into a white powder. Bitch, you are nutrient deficient shit. Bitch, you're lackluster shit, bitch. Bitch, you are purposeless shit, bitch. Bitch, how dare you, bitch? So, bitch, if I'm a nigga, you're a knockoff. Nutrient, if I'm nigga shit, you knock off nutrient deficient, dried out, flies don't even want it shit. See, when you play the whole tape, and that's what we learn how to do here at Lay Lim Lay Learn. That's what we do at Lay Lim Lay Learn. We play the whole tape. Okay? Yeah. We play the whole tape. At least the real shit is soil that can grow trees and gardens. Exactly. When poo first come out, poo can serve a purpose. Cow poo, when it first come out, baby, it could grow the mycelium, the mushrooms that help us to see, and connect with the ancestors and to, learn these lessons. Child, have y'all seen Blink Twice? Girl, y'all need to go see Blink Twice. That shit was good. But it really made you think about what's going on in this matrix. Because one of my sisters told me, she said that the most powerful beings in this reality is a black man and a white woman. Baby, if y'all watch Blink Twice, it really confirms what she was saying. Baby, go watch Blink Twice. If you have not seen it, the first 45 minutes of Blink Twice, yeah, I think I'm gonna watch it again too. The first 45 minutes of Blink Twice, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, will they get to the point? Like, I'm like, it ain't even been a sex scene. Like, why is they constantly like they hugging and they ain't even kissed? Like, and then you got about an hour into the movie, and I was like, it explained a lot of stuff. It explained where Mama Wata at. It explained where the Sybil's at. Mama Wata and the Sybil's. Oh, baby, this give you that. It's giving you very much puppeteering the patriarchy, moving behind the scenes, working from the shadows, paid the cost to be the boss, sit back and puppeteer. Mama Wata, the Sybils, still very much active, partnering themselves with the white man and working through him. Baby. Oh, baby, you got to watch Blink Twice, honey. It lets you know. Baby, you want to know where Mama Wata at? You want to know where the Sybils are at? Huh? Baby, you know how many black women are married to billionaires? Look at Eve. Married to them white billionaires. Blink twice. And bitch, we think we need to say blink twice for the woman. Shit. That motherfucking blink twice, the way that shit ended. And you couldn't even be mad at her. You kind of understood it because it was like, why would you go through all of that to go back to poverty? Because she could barely pay her rent at the beginning of the movie. She could barely pay her rent. And they was telling her to be invisible and telling her to hide. Like the way that the writer told the story, it made you understood why she decided to assimilate when she had the opportunity to assimilate into one of the highest positions ever. It made all of it make sense. And then when you look at Serena Williams' story, like Serena Williams gave black men a chance. She gave black men chance after chance. And it's so crazy. The white machine made Serena Williams unappealing to black people. The white machine shamed Serena Williams for her Nubian attributes, for her negritude, for her ebenoid attributes, shamed her for the power that the combination of her melanin and her genetics had bestowed upon her. It shamed her, and black men took the bait. And then a white man came in and said, "You are a goddess. You are beautiful." And now y'all mad at her because she with the white man. Y'all didn't want it. Y'all let the machine trick y'all into thinking that something was wrong with it. Y'all let the machine run that hustle, run that scam on y'all. They tricked you out your own. Cause no tea, no shade. If Serena would have partnered herself with the right black person with a certain kind of genetics, do you know what if Serena would have ended up with another athlete? See, this is what they did during slavery. They made sure only certain slaves were allowed to breed with certain slaves. If Serena's genetics would have been partnered with another athlete, another black athlete, do you know what kind of children they would have birthed? So the whole design was to make sure that she didn't bring nothing here that was going to be as big a threat, that was going to dominate sports and dominate athleticism. Not saying that her children cannot now because it's in their blood, but just imagine if she would have been partnered with one of our top black athletes, one of our top black Olympians. Imagine if she would have bred with something like that, what they could have brought here genetically. if Serena and Usain Bolt had children, bitch. Exactly. Exactly. They don't want that type of breeding. This matrix does not want that type of breeding. It don't want that type of breeding. She would be birthing actual deities. Exactly. We got to dilute this DNA. You are phenomenal on your own. To put you with another phenomenal person and to have y'all bring that here, y'all trying to topple this. Y'all no. We gotta know. We not about to do that. And so many people are sheeple. They don't even clock the T. Clock it. Using white motherfuckers as a scapegoat, but playing chess. Exactly. I've said this a bunch of times that I think white people are the mascots. And Serena crip walking yesterday with a white husband, child boom. Oh, I need to see that. Send me that video. She used his power for her own benefit. She sure did. In the movie, they not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Hey, baby, they say that Super Bowl halftime was esoteric, honey. They say everybody calling it trash, but girl, they say it was esoteric, girl. I saw somebody give a breakdown of it. I was like, "Ooh, that makes sense." They said they had Samuel Jackson, Uncle Sam, playing Uncle Sam, constantly trying to interrupt it and keep him from singing "They Not Like Us" and trying to get him back on script. Like it was literally like somebody did a good breakdown of the halftime show. And I connected with a lot of what was being said. I don't know if she wanted to dilute her future legacy as much as the machine brainwashed her to do it, because they did not celebrate her, because she did try to date black men first. She tried. She dated a lot. Her daddy was black, and she loved her daddy. Her daddy was a strong father figure. She had a good, solid father figure, but black men weren't giving her the type of love that her daddy gave her. So she went where she got the type of love that her daddy gave her. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I mean, however you want to look at it, but the reality is that she did not find it in black men. They don't want us birthing titans. Exactly. That's why the NBA and NFL is so much beige mediocrity. Giants with white moms. You better talk about it purposely. Y'all not about to be. It is that's what they did during slavery. They had to water it down. They had to dilute it. Because baby, the truth, baby, them beings that will be coming here. Oh my goodness. Their concentration of melanin and genetics. Chill. They trying to hit the pause button. Motherfuckers be talking about pause for the gay and the homosexual shit. No, baby, it's literally a culture of wait a minute, pause. Baby, they about to bring some deities here. Pause. They about to bring some supernatural entities here. Mix that with something else. Dilute that. Pause. Got pause. That's the real pause. Pause. We're going to start saying pause and lay lem lay lur. And the pause is going to be talking about how y'all pausing this DNA. How y'all pausing this. We're going to spell pause differently, though. We gonna spell it differently. Pause. Because that's what y'all doing. Y'all pausing our divine ascension. Y'all pausing the deities coming here to free us from this cycle. Y'all pause. Pause. They gonna be saying, why you saying pause? Like you trans, why you saying pause? Because I'm talking about something else. Pause. Pause. Motherfuckers around here, pause. Pause. You trying to stop it from happening, I see, huh? Pause. Pause. Black men played in that lady face twice. Imagine all the pedos watching that screen yesterday. Watching what? The Super Bowl? Child, Kendrick was calling all the shit out, especially slavery politics. Oh, that's why the machine is trying to say that it was trash, because he did it so creatively. He did it so subliminally. You literally got the raccoons trying to call it demonic. You literally got raccoons trying to call it demonic. They ain't gonna be satisfied until Project 25 then came into full fruition. But by then, I'm praying to the ancestors that I have become so disciplined and so focused. Child, I just want to shapeshift. I want my shit to happen so organically, like literally, like I got struck by lightning and my motherfucking eyes just turned. My eyes just start glowing purple, and my skin just turned as bright as gold, and motherfucking antennas, just coily copper antennas just start shooting out of my head, and bitch, I just start spinning energy in my between my hands, and just, I know that a lot of stuff happened on the spiritual plane first, but I'm like, I just want to be so disciplined. I just want to go into a cocoon and somebody think that they about to hurt me, and then all of a sudden it just knocks something into alignment within my DNA, and it just awakens something, and I just because I want to go, like if I gotta go, baby, I want it to be a cosmic bang. That's what I be asking the ancestors for. Just let me have a few supernatural moments before I transcend this flesh. let me have that. Let me have that. Let me walk between the spirit world. Let me do what I do in my dream world. Let me do what I do in the dream world. Let me manifest that onto the physical world. Let me manifest what I do in the fifth dimension in the third dimension. Let the worlds collide. This is Aquarius. The stuff that I be doing when I be dreaming and when I be in that world, let me materialize and manifest that on the physical plane. Cause I want you bitches to know before I go. Oh, bitch, I'ma make my exit grand. Cause I'm a grand girl. Exactly. That's all I've been asking the ancestors for. Give me that moment. At the end of Kendrick, he was stating on the lyrics to turn the TV off repeatedly. Wow. Because he was saying unplug from the Matrix. He was saying unplug from the Matrix, basically. So you could have seen. That's why I think there's so much vitriol against surgically transition women because we chose to opt out of breeding slaves for the plantation. You did it again, 100% pure love. Because, baby, I know if I would not have had the orchiectomy and I would not, baby, let me tell you something. If I would have waited, if I wouldn't have had bottom surgery and I would have waited until my awakening like I was in my 40s and I would have partnered with the right female and I would have chose to bring a baby here. But the peace that comes from me is knowing that I'm preparing this dimension for beings to come that won't have to be in slavery. Like I chose instead to sacrifice. I chose instead to sacrifice. I chose instead not to. And so the work that I've been called to do is more about preparing consciousness for the type of beings that could show us beauty and wonder and could really just like because right now, if I had to choose between climbing to the top of this shit pile and living in the woods and letting the animals eat me, I would rather live in the woods and be food for the animals than fight to stand at the top of this pile of shit. Because that's what Donald Trump is standing on top of. That's what Elon Musk is standing on top of. Y'all standing on top of sheep and halflings, all worker bees who are not sovereign, autonomous. Like, it's really not a great accomplishment to be a part of the dumbing down of other beings, to dumb other beings down so that you can channel their power through you. Like, you're not even the greatest that you can be. Like, it's not a like I can't look at Donald Trump and look at Elon Musk and look at all of the the beings who are being centered in this oligarchy of powerful men. I can't even look at them and respect them because how you got here was through enslavement, through genocide and dumbing down. Like it's not even any real competition for you because you have dumbed down the masses. Like, y'all don't really have any competition. Like, y'all saying y'all playing chess, but it's chess is like, we need to play something that requires more mental capacity than that because y'all don't even have, it's not even really any competition. It's not even really any intellectual competition. Y'all have made this reality so mediocre, so mundane, so bootleg. It's just dried up white pieces of shit everywhere. It's not even sustainable. That's why y'all trying to set up other places because it's not even sustainable long term. The people that it's not even sustainable. You're destroying the water, you're destroying the atmosphere, you're destroying everything, you're sucking the life out of the planet, you're draining people, and you're going to go somewhere else and be a parasite somewhere else. It's not even sustainable. We are not being charged, we're being depleted as a society. We're being drained, we're being siphoned. It's vampires. It's not even sustainable long term. They hate us because we opt out. And just imagine the type of children that we could bring here if we participated. But bitch, I will not bring my offspring here, my physical offspring here for that foolishness. Not at all. You can't shut a Gemini up, period. I wish Donald Trump would shut up sometimes though. White queers won't white queers can't use us for a dick, and I mean can't use us to live out their gay fantasies. And that was another reason why I had my orchiectomy done and I had bottom surgery, because it was lucrative to jump up and down in white men's booty holes, and they were paying. And I felt like I was giving a lot of them my seed, and I was helping them, giving them my DNA, giving them the secrets of my DNA, giving them my ancestral spirit. And I was like, no, let me cut this wheel off. Let me return this back to the ancestors, because y'all is, bitch, I'm dropping this off in y'all booty hole, letting y'all swallow it. Y'all can't have this no more. Y'all can't have the whale. Back to the ancestors, because it was lucrative to jump up and down in their booty holes and the dump cum in their throat. I literally had one who I kept alive. It's so crazy because this man used to love drinking my cum. And a year after I had my orchiectomy, he died. Did you hear what I said? A year after I had my orchiectomy, no, 2 years, like a year and a half after I had my orchiectomy, he died. And he used to drink my cum religiously for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. When I cut him off, when the fountain stopped, a year and a half later, he died. Bitch, if that ain't esoteric. So I cut him off. And I had to start cutting these, but I'm not contributing. I'm not feeding that. I'm not fueling that. I can channel it out. I can channel it for me. I know how to channel and pull energy into me because it's in my DNA. But I'm not gonna be around here spilling it into y'all throats and booty holes. No. Because y'all don't do right by it. He didn't even believe that a black man could be the president of the United States. He believed that it was life on other planets, but he did not believe that a black man could be the president of the United States. We are divine feminine. Mm-hmm. She have many forms, and sometimes it's dick and balls. I wonder, did he include the 40 acres and a mule line while rehearsing? Because I'm surprised that was allowed to be said. I gotta watch it. I haven't seen it yet. Send me the performance if it's out airing. Send it to me on Instagram. That's why they foaming at the mouth with rage, 100% pure love. They can't play in some of the two spirit girls' faces anymore. Once we shape shift, it's no going back. Kundalini activation. The supernatural souls are not ready to come in yet. Yeah, we got to be ready for them. Because, child, if we're not ready, bitch, we're not going to be able to withstand it. I believe that when they say that when a certain entity get ready to settle on you, they talk about that in Nocturne Castlevania. If you are not physically or mentally strong enough to host that being, it will destroy you. It will destroy you. It's like some women when they have birth, they die from having birth. If you are not in a position mentally and emotionally and spiritually and physically to hold that spirit, to make space within your temple for that spirit, you probably will be able to hold that energy for a little while, but you probably literally will actually self-destruct. It's literally like the book 1984. Mm. The gag is the dark forces can't live in the matrix. Once major destruction comes, they won't their they won't their backdoor way to wholeness. He was depending on your life force. They love ingesting it more than white women. Mm. Wowzers. I see why they're obsessed. Dang, how old was he? Oh, he was 51. He was 51. When I had the procedure done, he was 49 and he died when he was 51. And baby, he was like when he was getting it, you could tell like he started deteriorating fast when he stopped getting it. He started deteriorating fast when that pool dried up, when it was nothing, and I wasn't about to let him just feed off of me. And I knew that's what was happening esoterically. Don't get me wrong, I cared about that man, but I also saw what he was doing to me because he was grooming me to be a certain type of black person. He was grooming me to be a certain type of black woman. He was grooming me, and there are still remnants of the effect that he played on me. He was a Scorpio too. Get the gag. Him and my sister was born on the same day. He's a November Scorpio, November the 16th. But he was a November Scorpio. But he was grooming me. Ladies should act like this. Ladies should talk like this. Ladies like who I've become, he would not like this. Like how I talk now and the things that I say, he would not like this. It would have killed him. It would have killed him. It would have broke his heart. The stuff that I'm saying now, because he believed that even as a trans woman, my place was he was the man. He was supposed to lead. He was supposed to protect me. He was supposed to make me feel safe. I was supposed to be seen and not heard. I was supposed to, he believed in that. He believed in that. I was supposed he cared for me and got me out of problem situations when I went to jail, when I got in trouble. He always was rescuing me. He was my white savior. He was my white savior. He definitely was my white savior. And when you play the whole tape, a lot of the reasons why I was in those toxic situations to begin with is because there were ancestors within me that wouldn't allow me to get comfortable because that was not my destiny. So obstacles had to be created, turmoil had to be created. That's why I was struggling. That's why I was using. That's why I was harming myself. That's why I was going to jail, because I was trying to live in a way that was not in line with what I was ordained to do. I was not in line with my calling. And when you are not doing what you're called to do, when you're not moving in the path that you're supposed to be moving in, you're never going to get peace. You're never going to get a break. It's always going to be some bullshit. If you want to know that you're not in line with your calling and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you're going to know it because you ain't going to never get no peace. If they got plans for you to do something else and you're not doing it, you're never going to get no peace. You're never going to get no break. It's always going to be some problems. It's always going to be some shit, because you're not going in the direction you're supposed to be going in. Exactly. It's so many racist white men that crave black cock. Child, I know I used to see this preacher, this man on his page, on his timeline. This man will post pictures of the white Mother Mary, white Jesus, because you know the white people is the one who support him in the church. Like he make all his money from the white church. The white church is what supports him. The white church is what sustains him. But me and him was friends. We was close. At night, he wasn't having sex with nothing but black men. Black men nutting in his booty hole. Black men, he's swallowing black men cum. Like you are literally taking black cum into your booty and your mouth, and that's what's sustaining you. That's where your messaging is coming from. That's where your power is coming from. That's where your inspiration is coming from. You're being filled by this black seed and this black semen at night to get up in front of the church tomorrow and praise these white entities because the white people are funding you. But at night, your greatest inspiration is this big black dick, this big old black cock, this black serpent. Sophia is going in your mouth. Sophia is going in your ass. You taking Sophia in your mouth and your ass. The black serpent, the rainbow serpent, because it is the rainbow energy. You taking that rainbow serpent in your mouth and your ass, you getting Sophia at night. Then by day, you want to praise Yahweh. You want to praise Jehovah, Jehovah Jireh. But at night, you was laid up under that black serpent. You was laid up under that rainbow serpent, that Sophia. Sophia was in your booty and your mouth, dropping off that spirit, that knowledge. Somebody say Sophia. Sophia. That's what we're gonna call it when they be getting that rainbow weenie. When they be getting the trans weenie, when they be getting the gay weenie. We're gonna call it Sophia. That's a Lalem Layler word now. Sophia. You was getting that Sophia, but you want to praise, you want to take that Sophia energy, then you want to do the whiteification. Sophia. You had Sophia in your mouth and ass last night. Then you want to use Sophia energy to get up and do this whiteification. That's what we're going to call it when they get the rainbow, when they get that rainbow serpent in their booty, in their mouth. Then they want to take it to do the whiteification. You had Sophia in you last night. Sophia was inside of you last night. Sophia. You had Sophia in you. And this even with the transmasculine beings. They suck on them and they suck the juices up out their clit. And they suck that life force up out of them. They feed off of that clit. They suck on that Yanni juice. They suck on that Sophia. That's Sophia too. It ain't just the weenie. It's the clit, because the clit ain't nothing but a weenie. Our pussy just fell out. And when you go get the surgery, you just tuck that pussy back in. We tucked our Sophia back in. That's right. Our Sophia fell out and went to moving. Trans men, they Sophia just tucked back in, but they get that Sophia energy. They get that rainbow serpent. They suck on it. They suck on that. They yaka on that energy. But baby, some of us done got wise and to cut off the wheel, and that's why they don't like us. Them white punks need the black dick to survive and thrive in the matrix. It's a part of their energy source. My God is God today. Lady in public and a dick slanging beast behind closed doors. Oh my God is God today. How you gonna lead, but you need my life force? My God is God today. Men are delusional. It's about control. Aaron, I'm fucking screaming. That's deep delusion. Deep delusion he was in. Jehovah Jireh is so hilarious to me. Jehovah Gyrate. Gyrating in them cookies. Gyrating in that mind, in that mental, actually. Sophia at night. That's right. That's another Laylim Layla word. So we got pause, which is when they pause bringing the celestial deities here necessary for the shift. Pause. Somebody put pause in the chat, and somebody put Sophia in the chat. Sophia is when they take the rainbow serpent, whether it's the clitoris or the penis, they take the rainbow serpent and then they use it to sustain the whitification. Pause and Sophia. That's what these are the words we're adding to Laylim Layler's vocabulary today. Pause. We're using it differently. We're gonna spell pause differently though. We're gonna spell it we spelling it with all caps. We say we spelling pause with all caps, or we gonna spell it with an L, or we gonna spell it with a extra E. Wait, pause. Maybe we could spell it PAOSE. Does that, or would that make it pays? Pause. Maybe spell it with a Z. Pause. Spell it PAUZE. I was gonna say a W. I like that. I was thinking a W. I like that. Let's do PAUWZ. Let's do PAUWZ. Yes. Pause. Yes, I like that. That's PAUWZ. And Sophia, we gonna spell Sophia with an F. We gonna spell Sophia with an F. No E. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna take the E off. Yeah. Okay, PAUWZ. Yeah, okay, well, let's drop the E. PAUWZ. Pause. I like that. So we have Sophia spelled with an F, and we have pause PAUWZ. Yeah, let's spell it with the WZ in the chat without the E. Drop the E. And these men that be in positions of power, be authoritative roles, putting on a performance for the masses, but come guzzling from Sophia expeditiously, but they kings and gods. Oh my goodness. I'm done with you. Wait a minute. Sophia at night. Sophia at night. PAUWZ. Pause. PAUWZ. Pause. And Sophia with an F. Just so we know we talking about the rainbow serpent. We're talking about the physical flesh, and they're sucking on that life force and using it to maintain the whitification. And we're gonna close right here because we don't want to conflate the teachings. We're gonna close right here. We're gonna wrap it up right there because this thing came to a head. We got right where we needed to be in this. And This is what the work we need to do is raising consciousness. This is what we're doing today. Now we're raising consciousness and making awareness about how the trans community, how the gay community, how the queer community, how we have been used, how our life force is being siphoned from us and is being used to maintain whiteification. A man, a woman. And so we could stop right here because we have to start having accountability, rainbow juice, rainbow juice, rainbow juice, siphoning our magical Sophia rainbow juice. That's right, because that's what it is. It's the rainbow juice. That's what Sophia is. Sophia is the rainbow juice. And they are taking the rainbow juice and they're using it and channeling it into the maintenance of whiteification. We're gonna light a candle. And I said I wasn't participating in that. I'm not participating in it. Even when it comes to the halflings, just because you're not aware, just because you're not tapping into your wholeness doesn't mean you're not whole. It just means that you're not acknowledging your whole. And so you have these halflings around here giving their DNA and having their DNA reduced, making their Sophia shrink up even more, making their rainbow ain't even a rainbow no more. It's just bow. It's just bow. It's just they out here giving out energy, giving bow energy. The halfling men is giving out bow. They're giving out bow energy. Ooh wee. That's another word. The halfling men is giving out bow energy. Heavy on the bow. Rainbow. Then the halfling women are giving out rainbow. Nadia said it's owl. It's not even bow, it's owl. Nadia, I'm not about to fucking play with you. We need our own language. It's the only way out of this. Exactly. And our own definitions, right? I was saying rainbow juice for the whole God it said, nigga. Right. It's owl. Halfling men giving out bow juice. And halfling women giving out ray juice. Bow, sexy man. Bow. Wait, how they do it? Bow. Bow. Giving out that bow energy. Oh wait, girl, I'm not about to play with y'all. I'm not about to play with y'all today on this live. Oh wait. Child is giving out that bow energy, baby. They're giving out that ray energy, baby. And then you got the ones in the community, they're giving out the serpent energy, the Sophia, the rainbow juice, honey. We got our words for the day, baby. We have rainbow juice. We have Sophia. We have pause. I gotta write this down. I gotta write it down because it's gonna be next week. But I gotta do the ones in a sentence now. I gotta do them in a sentence. I gotta my next video for TikTok is going to be using last week's words in a sentence because I did do Pick Misha, Looney Loon. Um I did Pick Misha, Looney Loon, and did I do whitification? Yeah, I did whitification, and I did mammification and mammification. So those are the words for last week. Now I got to put them in sentences this week. Yeah, it is our only way out, Aaron. That's absolutely correct. So we have Sophia with a F. We have white. No, we have rainbow juice. We have pause. That's WZ. Then we have Ray, because that's what the halflings giving out. The halfling women are giving out Ray juice. And I love how when you automatically can like hear the definition just by saying the word. I love how that's how you know we've been doing this work together on wholeness because we know the definitions as we're saying them. Like it's really become how we're breaking down their language. Like we're hybriding words together and making some words whole and bigger and then compartmentalizing some of the words to really focus on the halfling language. And so we hybrid words together to speak to the wholeness and then break the word down to really look at the halfness of it all. Then you got the bows for the bow juice for the halfling males. So Sophia, rainbow juice, rainbow juice, pause, ray juice, and bow juice. Okay, baby. And that's our 5 words. That's our 5 words. Come on, 5 words. Come on, 5 words. Okay. Period. That's our 5 words. Cause I try to do 5 words every week. Um, like building our own language and being able to use the okay. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like the way you spelled that. So we are really getting into and I want to stop saying weeks. I want to start saying like cycles because I feel like weeks is like speaking to being weak. Like I want to start saying like um um something that speaks more to a cycle like because every week is a cycle. It's one period ending and another period starting. And so I want to stop claiming weakness every week. Right. I want to stop claiming weakness every week. And so like instead of saying new words for the week, have more like um Oh, we could say, instead of saying weeks, we could say moment, like and like more mint, like more mint, but so like breaking the word down, because a cycle would be a season, so we don't want to use cycles for a week, but maybe like more more mint, more mint, more mint. Oh, I like that, because it's like saying moment. So we're acknowledging a week as like a moment, but like saying moment. So like each moment, like last moment, like when we talk about last, we'll say last moment, like that is like, and it's acknowledging that we're seeking more, like we're like in that moment we're seeking more. So that's what you know that would be acknowledging is more mints. So like every, so there would be four more there, like if there's four of those in the month, then it would be four more mints in the month. So more mint. And I like that. It might have some kinks that'll be worked out of it to abbreviate it a little bit more. More, more mint. More minutes. You probably could spell that Morment or Mormint. 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 Okay. I'm gonna put a star behind that because we could come back to that one. Because that won't be in the next list of words. We could continue to workshop that one. So we're gonna close out today, but I do want us to definitely move away from using the word weeks. I do want to get away from saying that word all the time. And I noticed that because that's something that we deal in. Like, we need to break that spell, and we need to start speaking about these 7 day cycles or these 7 day periods in a way that does not continue to affirm weakness. A man, a woman. I think that everything is a part of balance, and everything, is for everything is a place, but just like to claim that at the end of every 7 day period is like insane. And that's some sheepish like behavior. And here we follow and lead. We are not sheeps, neither are we wolves. We are she-wolves. Now I'm gonna spell that out in the chat for y'all. That's a hybrid of a sheep and a wolf. Honey, we're she-wolves, honey. So I spell that like this. She-wolf. A little bit of sheep, because sometimes we'll follow, sometimes we can follow, but we also have to leave. We also have to lead. We're not just going to always sit around. It's just like instead of saying predator or prey, you say prey a tour. So like she wolf and predator, where you're acknowledging that you submit, but you also lead. Like you also are dominant. Like you can be dominant, like what they say, verse, like which I'm verse. Verse energy. But anyway, we're gonna close out for today. Thank y'all so much for joining me for the live. We really, really had a good talk today. Everybody who was here, everybody who was supposed to be here is here. The candle is lit. This candle acknowledges the ancestors who have come, the ancestors who will come, and the ancestors who are here now. We want to thank them. We want to honor them. We want to thank them for the space. We want to thank them for all of the whole ones who have come and who are contributing to this conversation. I definitely want to thank Anandia for contributing to this live, Aaron for contributing to this live, and as always, 100% Pure Love, who was literally my first moderator for contributing to this live. Thank all of y'all who came on and shared and contributed to the conversation and made it what it was today. We are really, 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 really doing the work of collectively healing and group consciousness. This is what it's supposed to look like. Down but anon that I say cool, it keeps spinning and turning. Iangani, Iyanko, Kalukalo, which means I am a child of God Goddess. And if I am, you are. Bound in round, both circle and square. We too speak life, so operations beware. Sending healing to those in despair. We're sending healing to those in despair. El Babosawa, which means we come in peace, no harm to any. Lelim, Leler. As I blow out this candle on the physical plane, it grows with intensity and purpose on the spiritual plane, preparing us for times that are now. Okay, let me see some hearts in the chat. Give me some purple hearts and some gray hearts before I get ready to get up out of here and eat. Some purple hearts and some gray hearts in the chat, please. Please and thank you. Can I get some purple hearts and some gray hearts? Because we done went for another 3-hour live chat. We is really, really doing something. I guess this is how them courses be. Like when you're doing like when you're doing a course, baby, we done did. I'm hungry now, though. I'm ready to go and eat. I'm just waiting for my hearts. I'm waiting for somebody to put some purple or some gray hearts or a combination of purple and gray. Tell me somebody in the chat can put some. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There you go. Thank you. All right. I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful day. And when I come back, girl, I'm fixing to go work on her now. I'm working on her, girl. I'm calling her Mama Zamunda. So she's bald in the back right now, but she's going to be real, real fluffy. 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 But I'm working on her right now. I can't wait. Baby, I'm gonna give her, baby. I told y'all, baby. Y'all know I can't do the straight hair for too long, bitch. So I've been working on this girl, Haiti. Working on my her name is Mama Zamunda. We're calling her Mama Zamunda. I'm finna go and get some more hair for her and be working on her and finish filling her in. So next time I do a live, honey, I don't know. I might be wearing Mama Zamunda next time. Because I'm really feeling Mama Zamunda. I'm really feeling it. I'm making Mama Zamunda from scratch. And you always have a different connection with the wigs that you make from scratch. I don't know how to make human hair straight wigs from scratch, but I know how to make a damn kinky wig. Oh, baby, if I can't make something, I can make a kinky wig. Wait a minute. Somebody removed the like? What is going on? Did somebody try to come and press like? And you had already pressed like, and then and you didn't know if you had pressed like or not. Oh, okay. But anyway, I love y'all. Y'all have so it's back down. Y'all have a good evening. I love y'all, and y'all take care. And I will be back either tomorrow or I might just come back Wednesday and do another live. But yeah, so. Let's just chew on this and have a conversation about this. And I'm going to be looking forward to all of the information that I'm going to be getting from y'all in my inbox. Y'all have a beautiful week. Well, not week. Have a beautiful moment. See, I caught that. Have a beautiful moment. And I will check in with y'all soon. Love y'all. Lay Lim, Lay Lure Nation, purple ones and gray ones, ride.